Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you how I kept my info business running through a very chaotic week due to family health issues. Luckily, my father returned now from hospital and recovers well, so I'm really thankful for that. But I genuinely learned so much these past 2 weeks and came to the conclusion that I have to look at content in a completely different way. Everybody always tells you and will tell you if you're selling to business owners, nobody cares about what's happening in the background. And I strongly disagree with that because first, we are moving in a trust market. Second, we are moving away from the personal touch on social media. Everything is systems, everything is animation, automation, and AI. And the third component, we are having more competitors in every single niche. So you can decide what's going to benefit you and what lets you look like everyone else. Have fun with the video and remember, you have to do personal shit if you want to be remembered. Doesn't matter in what niche. Alright, I just finished gym, and one important thing is you need to keep track of every metric you want to strongly improve in. When I didn't track my training for the last few weeks, before that I did actually, but out of stress in the business, I just trained to get the training done. It was like a necessity and I was happy when it was done. And because of that I didn't track it, and I immediately felt it to hit a plateau, to stagnate after like 1 week of doing it. Now, where I implemented it back again, you can feel it every single training session because you look into it and you see the number and you know you have to meet that number at least or improve by 1 rep more. And that pushes you to a point of actually growing, because growth isn't easy. In no aspect of life is the growth easy. And when you don't track it and you just do it to get it done, and you do it by feeling, you only go to the point, now it gets hard, so yeah, it's enough. But when you know in your head you need to get a number done and you need to like get a better performance than last week done, then you don't care so much about the feeling, you care about the number, and that pushes you to the next level. And I say that because it's so important for every metric, and also in business. When you don't track anything, or when you think it's not important to track it, forget it. You need to keep track of every single thing, because that gives you an edge over everybody else who doesn't track it. So keep that in mind, and even if you feel like, why should I track it? It will be necessary and beneficial for you. Trust me. So while this thing cools off, I just wanted to talk about why I do this. This is a bit random in the video, but the overall situation is the following. My father had a motorcycle accident, had to go to the hospital for surgery, came home now again for surgery, so yeah, it's messed up. And I thought to myself, I have to support in some way because I have the knowledge and the capabilities for some projects like this one, because I worked with him right here 2 years ago for like 70 hours a week. So I thought to myself, all right, I practice a bit, and if I feel confident, then I just call up the clients and say I finished the work for them. So I did exactly that. Woke up even early in the morning, went right to the gym, came back, finished, you know, some projects, and then had a cold shower. Yeah, and then I did my work, and that's exactly what I will do until he's back, because then he can come home, work's finished, nobody calls him, and I just did something good for my family. That's the whole reason why I do this in the first place. I could say, no, I have my own business, I have my own shit to do, but I really want to support, because they did this my whole life, and even now they always support me, and that's exactly the reason why I support them if necessary, like in this situation. I will finish this now, and then, just as I said, have a shower, and then build out a Miro board for the next YouTube video. So let's finish this.
The DNA formats. By the way, bro, I'm posting a lot of trial reels. I can't see here, but just on my phone. But I'm posting a lot of trial reels. Another one, the same way like the winner one, yeah, the same way like this one. Another one
Yeah.
that I posted, I think, 3 days ago, hits like 34K views as well.
Again, yeah.
Same video, same thing. And with that, hits like 2 points.
2.2 already.
With the same video, bro.
Yeah,
I'm posting
bruh.
like the same video 3 times a day, every single day.
Brother,
The
this
same
one video probably
Same
doubled
thing.
your follow count.
Yeah, the same video.
Remember
video.
when like this video hit like 4 or 5K, and I told you its
was
value
2K was 2K.
Yeah, 2K.
At that time,
And I
yeah.
told you it has value, a winning DNA. So we need to implement trial reels, changing small tweaks, and then posting. I don't know how many times you posted, probably over 50, 60 times, you know, at that point.
Yeah.
And you went from
Well,
900
yeah,
something
like
follower
this.
to 2.2K. And this
Yeah.
one has 150K plus. The other one has
Just
like
this one.
100K plus.
I have another one as well, like the first one.
Yeah,
100.
120.
And then we have like at least 50, 60 reels. We have like 3, 4, 30, 40, 50,000 views
Yeah.
as well. Same video.
If you disconnect and you find winning DNA, just we found like this one time, right? And
Yeah.
then you double down because you know for a fact it's working and it's winning DNA. Then I say go full force in it, right? 50, 60, 100, 200 times to the public. But when you start with that thought in mind of, all right, I need to get views in. How do I get views? All right, I show flashy things. Then you end up in the trap of posting lifestyle and attracting Indians.
yeah. That's it. Basically, it's, yeah. How he can keep the consistency, because it's crazy to have like the consistency of new leads always coming every month.
He just reached the point with his unique positioning he implemented. When you think about a business hypnotist, he's the number one guy. That only works if you start out with a unique position. The biggest hurdle in your business model is how to explain to profitable people that they still need your help, and you on purpose are stepping out of the typical niche. You are stepping out of the competition between like 100 competitors. And when you build it up over time, so it starts slowly and then you grow exponentially. But when you make a name for you, then people see 100 copies of each other, and then that one star, that outlier, that unique positioning, and they, you know, shift now from watching the best competitor to who's that, looking into it, and then you have that exponential growth. What happens if you change the positioning and in 1 month you get 2 people in who pay like the biggest offer? Then you think to yourself, it was like so clear, because it's always like that. After you change something, after you overcome that fear, after you took that risk, after you do all that and you see like the whole picture after it and you reflect on it, then you think always, why didn't I do it earlier? Right? It's always like that.
Bro, that makes sense.
In that moment,
That makes sense.
before, and in that moment, it's always like, I don't know, and you have like, you overthink it. You have 300 different outcomes in mind. When you try it and it works out, then you're good to go. You just found the positioning, because as you said, you know nobody in the trading game who helps people who are winning. All the big traders who are winning, do you know where they buy? From Ibrahim.
Yeah.
So people, because nobody has like the balls to position themselves as I help the winners, they don't even end up buying from trading people. They just search for the second best option, which is a hypnotist. So when you
Makes
position
sense.
yourself for the traders, for the winning traders,
Bro, why you didn't tell me that before?
because I had
Crazy.
that shifting belief for
makes
myself.
makes a lot of sense.
I had that shifting belief for myself the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look and I'm gonna just come back to work and
Yeah,
smash it.
and I will be at your side for the new positioning.
Let's do it.
100%.
Perfect. All right, G. Crazy cow, yeah?
Yeah,
Crazy
brother.
cow.
Nice.
I'm gonna send the voice notes for you in the WhatsApp soon. I'm gonna eat something now.
Perfect. You know?
All right. See you, my G.
Bye, brother.
Let's go.
So as you saw, this wasn't a normal week of business, and also how important it is to keep a cool head even though the problem is something you can't solve directly. In that case, it's even more important to only think about the problem until you understand what the problem is. Everything after that point, thinking about the cause or the why or how you could have prevented it, is wasted time and energy. You switch instantly to solution-focused thinking. Search for possible solutions, and as soon as you found one, execute on it. Never ever get lost in overthinking, because that gets you in a downward spiral. For me, everything went as planned, and now I'm just happy that it did. And I'm hyped for everything that's happening the next few weeks and months. Next week, I'm in Croatia, so the whole week gets captured, and I will make a video about that. Then in 1 or 2 months, I'm in Georgia for the first time to meet up with a client. And as I said, I will capture everything that happens in the business on this channel. For this video, it should be enough, and I see you in the next one.